It's Mike from That's Cool Vintage Collectibles, and on this channel we talk about all kinds of vintage collectibles, but today we're going to be talking about vinyl records, and I'm going to answer the Beatles Vinyl Tag for 2024. So we're going to be talking Beatle records. If you're new to the channel, so are we. This is only week 4, and if you could give us a like and subscribe, that'd be great. Keep us going. Stay tuned. Alright, so welcome to the show, and being a big Beatles fan, I thought this might be kind of fun. And what a vinyl tag is every year people put out a list of questions that you answer with items from your collection, and you kind of get to show some pieces from your collection and see what other collectors have. It's a good way to just sort of have a dialogue through some items, and you get to see what other people are collecting and maybe find something you've never seen before. So it's kind of fun. I thought I'd take a run at it. The first question is the most copies of the same album, and I have a lot of albums with multiple copies, but I think I have more copies of Sgt. Pepper than anything else. I'm not really sure why. It's not my favorite Beatle album, but I'm located in Canada, so I have the first Canadian mono pressing, and I also have the first, that's not it, the first UK mono pressing on Parlophone. I have a later Parlophone pressing. This one is on that silver label. I think this is 1970, this one. Just a few years later for that one. And I also have the Capitol reissue from the late 70s on, I think this is from 78 on the marble vinyl. So that is 4 copies of Sgt. Pepper, and probably the one that I have the most of. If you want a little trivia, this is just an aside. I live in the province of Ontario in Canada, and inside the gatefold, you'll see Paul McCartney on his sleeve is wearing an Ontario Provincial Police badge, which is kind of cool. So us folks in Ontario picked up on that right away. But some other people might not know what that is. That's kind of a fun thing. Question 2, a Beatles bootleg. This is live at the Paris Olympia. This is a bootleg. This was issued in 73. It says the 1964 tour, but the track listing makes me think 1965. So I'm not sure exactly what show this was, or if it even is the Paris Olympia, but that's the bootleg that I decided to show today. The last one bought is kind of a weird one. This is very together, and this is all early stuff. I think Polydor put this out in '69, but it's all early stuff. You know, Cry for a Shadow and H.C. Sweet. All the early recordings are on this. So the Beatles Very Together was the last one I bought. Name your favorite Beatles solo album, and I think mine would be George Harrison's All Things Must Pass, and this is an original Apple, and I think that's probably my favorite. I really like Band on the Run. I like the Plastic Ono Band. There's a lot of good ones. I like Ram. There's some good Beatles solo records, so it's hard to pick, but today it's going to be that one. Show us a non-US, non-UK. Well, being Canadian, that would be a little easy for me, so I decided to pick something else. This is a Japanese White Album numbered copy with the Obi strip, which is kind of fun. That was from 76, that pressing. So that's my non-US, non-UK. A single or an EP. I've got tons of Beatle 45s, but I decided to pick this Spanish EP of Blue Jay Way. And on the back has Fool on the Hill, and Flying. So on Odeon, it's kind of I'd never seen that one before, but that is from Spain. So kind of cool. And the next question, an album that has a Beatles cover. I chose Deep Purple, and on this record, We Can Work It Out is on here. And I like that version of that one. Any old Deep Purple stuff is okay with me. And the next question, an album of Beatle guests on. I love this Tom Petty Full Moon Fever record. This is an original pressing, and it's got Ringo on there playing drums, which is kind of fun. And question number 9, show a non-album item. And I've got a lot of Beatle collectible items, but I thought I'd pick this one because it's sort of one you don't see too often. I even have signed stuff, but this is one that I thought was kind of cool. This flag was issued at a show in Cleveland and possibly one other at the Beatles merch table in 65, I think. 65 or 66, but it's very rare. There was only at a few shows, and this one's in remarkably good condition. And so that flag I thought was kind of a cool thing to show as a non-album item, and maybe one day I'll do a video on some of the signed pieces from the Beatles stuff that I have. And number 10, your favorite Giles Martin mix. I actually don't own any Giles Martin mixed vinyl, but I have it on CD, and I think my favorite might be Revolver, just because I love that album so much, and I noticed a difference in the mix. So I think that would be my favorite. So there you go. That's my Beatles Vinyl Tag 2024, and there's tons of cool Beatles stuff in the collection, and I always like to kind of find different things I haven't seen before, so that's always on the radar for me. Maybe leave a comment about what you've got in your collection, and definitely like and subscribe, and tune in next time. Thanks for watching.